Ever wondered how esports became a billion-dollar industry? It all began in the early 70s when the world witnessed its first known video game competition. The year was 1972 and the location was none other than Stanford University. The game Space War, this seemingly small event, would unknowingly mark the birth of esports. As we moved into the 80s, the world of esports began to take a more recognizable shape. With the advent of internet connectivity, gaming was no longer a solitary activity. The first multiplayer games were introduced and gaming competitions started to gain traction. Gamers worldwide could now connect, compete, and showcase their skills in a way that was never possible before. These early competitions, played over dial-up connections and primitive graphics, were the foundation of a revolution. They were the first steps towards a future where gaming would not just be a pastime, but a profession. This was the humble beginning of what was to become a multi-billion-dollar industry. From humble beginnings, esports began to grow at an exponential rate. As we moved into the late 90s, the world of gaming was shaken by a seismic shift. The introduction of games like StarCraft ushered in a new era of competitive gaming that would forever change the landscape. This period marked a pivotal point in the history of esports. As the first major tournaments were organized, professional gaming leagues were established, and players started to be recognized for their skills on a global scale. With these developments, the prize money began to skyrocket, attracting even more players into the arena. As we stepped into the new millennium, the viewership of esports saw an unprecedented increase. Millions of fans from all over the globe began to tune in to watch these tournaments, making esports a global phenomenon. The dawn of the new millennium brought esports into the limelight, and there was no turning back. The rapid growth of esports was just the beginning. The real game changer was yet to come. As we stepped into the new decade, the 2010s, a wave of investments and sponsorships began to flood the esports industry. Major corporations, seeing the potential in this emerging sector, began to invest heavily. The big bucks didn't just come from within the gaming industry, though. Oh no. Traditional sports teams, celebrities, and even venture capitalists wanted a piece of the esports pie. The rise of live streaming platforms, notably Twitch, played an instrumental role in catapulting esports into the limelight. Twitch became the stage where gamers worldwide could show off their skills, attract millions of viewers, and in turn, bring in significant advertising revenue. It was a win-win situation. With these substantial investments, sponsorships, and the popularity of streaming, esports shot past the billion-dollar mark. With the influx of big money, esports had firmly established itself as a powerhouse in the entertainment industry. Now that esports has become a billion-dollar industry, what's next? Well, the future of esports is bursting with potential. With a global audience that's growing exponentially, we're seeing the emergence of new leagues, teams, and talents, all vying for a piece of the lucrative esports pie. One of the most exciting prospects on the horizon is the potential inclusion of esports in the Olympics. That's right, the ancient tradition of athletic competition could soon be sharing the spotlight with the digital athleticism of esports. There's a growing acceptance of esports as a legitimate sport, and this recognition is having a profound impact on the gaming industry. More and more, we're seeing game developers designing with competitive play in mind, bringing a whole new level of strategy and skill to the gaming experience. The future looks bright for esports as it continues to push boundaries and redefine the world of competitive gaming.